Good day, folks. Welcome to Answers Life. I hope everyone's doing great today. I cannot complain now that I'm home from work. Well, the video that I made yesterday, once again, I was wrong. But you guys caught what I was wrong on. And that was the fact that, yes, you see, I thought that they've already officially called a recession, but I was wrong. They didn't. There were a couple of you that were in the comments on my video that I made yesterday, telling me that we were not currently in a recession. So I did some quick research, and upon me doing my research, I found out for myself that we are not currently in a recession. And I made a and I put a comment in the comment section of that video, letting everybody know that I screwed up, I made a mistake, we're not in a recession. But I also stated that at the rate things are going, most likely sooner or later we will be in a recession. So we're not in a recession. However, we are in what I would like to call a time of resets. You see, what's going on right now is you got a lot of businesses that are resetting themselves. They're figuring out ways to cut their labor costs, and for all the employees that these businesses are going to hang on to, they're figuring out ways to squeeze more and more work out of you or out of us, because I'm part of the labor force too, unfortunately. But they're figuring out ways to squeeze more and more work out of us. They're figuring out ways that they can pay us the least amount of money. I mean, they're figuring out all kinds of stuff. And of course, at the same time, they're figuring out ways to maximize their profit. I mean, obviously, these businesses want to look good to their stock investors. And of course, the CEO wants to take home the maximum amount of money that they can take home. So, at the same time that these companies are resetting, because right now these are the times that we're facing. I mean, we're not in a recession, as you guys indicated yesterday, some of you, but we are in a time of resets. So just like these companies are resetting, trying to figure out ways to run their companies more efficiently, more profitable for themselves, all that good stuff. We, like me and you know, us everyday ordinary people that work 9 to 5, most of us, we also need to reset. I mean, obviously, we need to be looking at our finances. We need to be paying down debt, paying off debt. If you're able to, maybe work a little extra and build up some type of a savings account, some type of a rainy day fund, whatever you want to call it. But another thing that we all need to do is we also need to evaluate the line of work that we're currently doing. Like, whatever line of work you're doing, if your position could be replaced by AI within the next, I would say, 10 years or so, then you're going to want to go ahead right now, or as soon as you're able to, you're going to want to go ahead and either A, learn your new skill, a skill that would be marketable, that would be marketable in the future. B, if you're business savvy, you have a little bit of extra money hanging around, it wouldn't hurt to start your own business while you're working your regular 9 to 5. Or if you can afford it, and maybe go back to school and learn you a new skill. But these are things that you're going to want to do if either A, You're working a position to where your position could potentially be replaced by AI, or you're working a position that could potentially be outsourced to another country, such as customer service work, such as factory work. Both those, like customer service work, AI can replace that to some extent, and also that type, yeah, those type of positions could be outsourced to other countries. And obviously, factory work, obviously, it could be outsourced to other countries, or whatever kind of work you're doing. If there's a chance that AI could replace it, or your position could be outsourced to other countries, or your position could or some machine in the next 10 years or so could do your job, then right now, or as soon as you can at the very least, will be, I mean, better sooner than later would be the time to learn you a new skill, and the skills that you want to learn, obviously make sure that it's going to be marketable, and you're not going to have to worry about AI. You're not going to have to worry about your position being outsourced in any way. Or, like I said, start a business while you're working your job. And at the same time, look for ways to save money. Look for ways to maybe cut back on certain expenses if feasible. Now, as far as it goes for me, I mean, obviously, eventually, I would like to do my own thing. I do not plan to stay working 9 to 5 forever, but I am seriously considering getting my CDLs. Now, some of you guys are going to probably say, well, one day they're not going to need truck drivers. They already make trucks that drive themselves, and yes, they do. But I'm fairly confident that there's going to still be a need for truck drivers for a very long time. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident that I'm right. So, with that being said, I had to sit down and I had to evaluate my skill set. And to be honest, the skills I have are outdated. They just are. I mean, I need to get with the times like many of you need to get with the times when it comes to the skills. And I thought about earning my CDLs and truck driving for a little bit. I mean, it's not written in gold on whether or rather not I'm going to do it. I'm still thinking about it, but it's a thought. I already know I do not want to go back to school. I don't want to go back to college. I mean, when I looked at the price of college tuition and I'm not even sure if they even use books anymore. The price, but the price of going to school is just ridiculous anymore. And being that I'm in my mid 40s, I do not feel like running up a 6 figure student loan debt. And then when I get out here, I might be able to get a job. I may not be able to get a job because I am in the age bracket to where there's going to be certain occupations that are going to age discriminate. And I just don't want to run up all that debt and then I can't find work. And I worked my ass off the last several years to get myself out of debt and to stay out of debt. So I am not running up no debt to go to school. It's just not going to happen. That's the reason why I've looked into potentially earning my CDLs. But yeah, this time of reset, people like me and you are going to have to reset our own lives to where we're living a lifestyle that's more efficient. to where, now I know for me, my intent is to create a lifestyle to where ultimately I will not have to rely on a regular 9 to 5. I will have more ownership over my time. If I don't want to get up until 12 o'clock noon to go to work, I don't have to. See, that's the type of lifestyle that I want to live. And during this time of reset, that's going to be my primary focus, is to figure out ways I can make the money I need to earn to pay the bills, have a little bit of extra for retirement and fun stuff and all that good stuff. However, I want to have it. I want to work in a manner to where, like I said, I have more ownership of my time. Like if I want to go hang out with my family up in the Midwest for a week, I can. I don't have to worry about my boss talking about, well, you've been gone for 3 days. We're going to have to terminate your position. So during this time of reset, those are my goals. Those are my plans. If you want to let us know how you're going to reset your life during this time of reset, I would love to hear from you in the comments. But as far as it goes for me, like I said, I thought about earning my CDLs. But what I rather do more so than that is I rather just take what I already have and figure out a way to where I can reconstruct my life to where I can ultimately not have to work a 9 to 5 at all. And for me, my lifestyle, I mean, my overhead is pretty low. My bills are pretty low. And when it gets a little warmer, I'm gonna definitely be planting some fruits and vegetables because given how expensive it is to go grocery shopping anymore, I figure if I can at least grow my own produce or at least some of it, that will save me a little bit of money off my groceries. And also for me, I drive an hour and a half round trip every day to and from my job, so I do calculate the amount of money I spend every month on fuel, plus wear and tear on my car, plus the miles. And that's something else that people need to consider when, you know, when choosing what job you want to work. All right, folks, that's all I got for this one. I don't really have anything else to add to this. Hopefully, y'all got something out of the video. Stay blessed. I'll catch you on the next one.